And then as I started, when I got locked up when I went to TYC, I had to call home and tell my family, like, hey, my mom need to tell you something, but I don't want you to be mad. And my grandma, and I had told them, JT was touching me.
For him coming into your room, I can't call it Stockholm Syndrome, but did you ever start having feelings for this man? Actually,
it was crazy because I never started having feelings for him, but it gave me a sex problem. It made me feel like everything revolved around sex. And so that's what a lot of my relationships was really based off of. They didn't know that because I didn't let nobody, some things are very uncomfortable or embarrassing or unpleasant to talk about. So this is like my second time ever like really just talking about it, because now that I have faced my truth, I have faced my demons, my skeletons, and I can talk about it and be open about it. It gave me a sex problem to where I had a sex addiction, to where like I didn't care to really date nobody. We can just have sex and keep it pushing. And then it led to so much happiness to where like I became promiscuous with a lot of women, men, and all of that. So, it just made me have a really bad sex problem.
Like this. Did he just stop? Or because you went to jail?
That's why I stopped.
Wow. So he was going to keep it going for
I believe, looking back on it as an adult, I do believe that it would have kept going. Because it went from, okay, my mama got involved with jail. She tried to balance it out between her kids, him, his kids. It wasn't a balancing out.
Hold on, wait, she was involved with him?
No. Jeff is my mother's boyfriend. JT is the man that molested me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So I started, when my mama would leave and go to Austin on the weekends, I would go to JT house. My grandmama knew sometimes, and sometimes she didn't know. But by my grandmama being a grandmother, she trusted this man. So when I would go over there on the weekends and stuff like that, I knew that during the day, he played the daughter role, and at night, I was his woman. So it went from, it ain't even got to happen in my room no more. It's been progress to his room now.
Oh, you coming in his room?
Yes. So now it's this time when he would like...
Wait, who's all in the house?
Nobody but me and him.
Oh. You're there the whole night?
Mm-hmm. Damn. Sometimes I was there for days.
Damn.
And so one day, my granny, how elderly people get that intuition like something ain't right? So one day my granny asked me, is he touching you? And I told my granny no. But I didn't tell her no out of fear because he didn't scare me. I told him no because when I'm over his house, I can do whatever he want me to do and I can leave with different boys. Well, if I know I can I can tell my granny, I'm going over to JT house and he would lie for me, I'll be over some other little boy house. Mm. I didn't have no supervision.
He was your protector, yes. Also allow you to do what you want to do.
I didn't really have no supervision, what I needed, because I got this man over here using my body and all this as a crush to do what I want to do. Then I got my mama over here, she way booed up with this man. All she see, she blinded by this man. And I got my granny over here, she really trying to figure out what's going on, but she really don't know because I'm not seeing nothing.
Nah, it's a sad situation in itself. And you said he ended up passing away.
He ended up passing away. Well, when my family got told that this was going on, I was in TYC.
Oh, wait, who told him? Like, how did the cat get out the bag?
I ended up having to go have surgery on my female area. I kept having pains to where, like, I felt like I was stabbed a dime. And so they had sent me to Galveston Hospital to go get, like, ultrasounds, to go figure out, what was going on. And because I had been having these pains for, like, a long time. And so the people was like, have you ever been molested? Have you ever because you got some tore things and this going on. And this happened because of either somebody had stuck an object in you or this is somebody that slept with you. And so I had no choice but to come out and just tell the truth. My caseworker name, can't remember her name, but I had a case manager. I remember one name was Mr. James Bagley. Yeah. And he was a wonderful case manager. He walked me through the whole process of healing.
Wow.
And
was this JT's the man, the Godfather?
JT's the Godfather.
Was he
James Bagley was my case manager.
Was this JT man? Was he a smaller man down there? Was he? No,
he was actually too big for me.
Damn.
And that's why he kind of damaged some things. And I would always wonder every time, why would he sleep with me? Why would I bleed?
Damn.
And then as I started, when I got locked up when I went to TYC, I had to call home and tell my family, hey, my mom need to tell you something, but I don't want you to be mad. And my grandma, and I had told them, JT was touching me. He was sleeping with me. And I could tell that my grandmama was just destroyed. Because she knew, it reminds you, I was raised by my grandmother, my grandfather. They was me and my sister and brother protected. They done raised all they kids. So it's I know my grandmama felt inside. I felt her. Because I remember one time I talked to my grandmama in TYC and she was crying. And she was like, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. But this wasn't about me getting molested. This was about, I kept telling my grandmama, that my mama, I used to be like, Granny, I used to tell her Mama be lying, I don't beat her, she'd have left me over this person. I would tell her my mama sometimes. But my grandmama, she just didn't want to believe nothing I said because that was her baby girl and she wanted to believe her child. Yeah. So when I got locked, I just remember my granny telling me one day, I'm sorry I didn't believe you in a lot of ways.
Damn.
Because I was bad for one, she didn't want to believe me.
So at this time, the whole family knows.
At this time, to be honest, I don't think nobody knew what happened besides my mom and my granny.
Oh, they didn't tell nobody else?
I don't think they wanted to tell nobody else.
Yeah, that shows a failure in failure in them as far as
so I don't think they wanted to tell nobody that.
So is JT, is he ill? Is he getting sick? Or what happens in regards
So when I tell them this or whatever, we tell them the TYC files a report, a CPS report. Yeah. But by the time everything came back, he had already died of cancer because he was already dying from it. Remind you, the whole time at TYC, I'm communicating with him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm communicating with him up until I had to tell my family what happened. But at this time, he's already dying. So my grandmother and my mama, they never pressed the issue to hurt him or nothing because he died.
So he ends up succumbing to his death, I'm assuming a little bit after you telling the family. How do you feel when you hear of his death while you're incarcerated?
I loved him because he gave me something that a little girl always wanted, and that was a dad. Because I always wanted to know my dad. And a lot of people be like, is that sickening? If you go through any type of psychological study, if you a real therapist, they would tell you most young girls love their predator. And it's not that you love them because what they did to you. It's because something was missing within the inside that you cling to these people like that. So even though, and I tell people, when you have been molested, even though mentally you know it's wrong and you know it's not right, your body is going to react totally different with your mind act. And so a lot of people really didn't understand that. So a lot of times I couldn't open up about it. I couldn't vent about it to people I called my friends. It just like right now, I was going through something maybe like a month ago where somebody that I truly cared about at a point in time and loved at a point in time dearly went live about me on Facebook. It said that, how my mama allowed me to give just all these family secrets that I poured my heart out into her about. But you have to learn to forgive people because if they ain't never been through what you've been through, they bullets can be a little bit more powerful than anything else, you know?
Oh man, no, exactly.